Back in October, the Ravens won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Dolphins. Can Miami get revenge? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Tua sets up to pass it. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Bulldozes past him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. First down and more for Jackson. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown from 19 yards away. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Tua going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Every time.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had. So
under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Out to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Play action. Now Jackson. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 22. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he is out of bounds here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this up, and instead these guys will begin it. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua to throw again. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Hunter Long, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. On the return is Duvernay. And able to get this out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that.
Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Brian Burns in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give to Henry. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second and 9, Jackson flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Odafe Owe in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 30 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Tua now on 1st down. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
What's the deal, y'all?
That's on the guard, Connor Williams. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's long. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Back now in Miami. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 58 yards.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it? Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon, and you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Tua.
He gets this one complete to Bowden.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Miami set to take over. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Tua now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Now, 1st down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, Leighton breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you yeah, That's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they...
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Brian Burns. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua, open man left side. It's a tight end long.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.